So welcome to Pitch Stage 2, and thank you for joining us today for the 6th group round of Pitch. So for those that don't know, Pitch is an on-stage startup battle where a selection of Web Summit's top startups are selected to pitch their business and in front of an esteemed panel of judges, and to make up a selection of that are selected from our investors, partnered media, and speaker attendees. So we're going to have 8 startups taking part in this group round, representing all the various industries that exhibit here at the Web Summit. We've taken the best and the most interesting startups. We will battle it out to become a pitch champion on this round. So in terms of some rules, the startup's going to have 3 minutes to pitch. And then it's going to be followed by 3 minutes of Q&A from the judging panel, who I'm going to introduce right now. So we have Alex Tew from Calm. We have Carlos Silva from Faber Ventures. We have Vlad Stropko from Digital Horizon. And we have Daniel Reich from PLMJ. And just give me a minute to turn the other page. So the criteria that we're going to use, or the judges are going to use to score these startups, are product, potential to disrupt, financials, team, and the quality of the pitch. So they're going to use these 5 criteria. And our first startup is going to be custom blockchain solutions. And so please welcome to the stage our first pitcher, LuRae. I think you can use, yeah, can you have that, the mic over there?
Blockchain for media. Let's see if this is going to work. The global ad spend in 2018 will exceed $237 billion. Yet digital ad fraud will exceed $19 billion. I know, having been the former head of client development for the largest media buying agency, that fraud has become a serious problem. It is the 2nd largest organized crime to drug trafficking. So the problems facing media buying today are fraud. There's lack of control in where ads are showing and appearing, and advertisers trust agencies to place the ads but don't always get what they paid for. Ad viewability. There is so much fraud and layers of HTML code that ads are layers deep on a page, and advertisers pay even though their ads aren't even viewed. Transparency, there is lack of trust between agencies and brands. It is at an all-time low. And brand safety has become a huge issue with over 1 million fraudulent sites. Fake news is real. So blockchain for media ensures that we have multiple layers of fraud detection, and you pay only for valid traffic. So what makes us unique? We're built with the fastest blockchain technology with R3 Corda. We have a proprietary anti-fraud technology that combines machine learning with artificial intelligence and blockchain. We're easily implemented into the advertising ecosystem. Some other blockchain technology companies in the ad space are trying to reinvent the wheel, recreate cryptocurrency. We don't have anything to do with cryptocurrency. We deal with the existing ecosystem as it is with a CPM model. And it's designed by ad industry and custom software development experts. So meet the team. I've been in the ad industry over 20 years in the advertising and media buying space. My co-founders have a technology firm. We found each other on LinkedIn, and they have been in business for over 10 years with custom software development. This clicker is not working. We have an award-winning team. And I'm going to have to go really fast here. This clicker isn't working. I'm sorry? Point it this direction. Okay. So with the clicker not working, I'm just going to run through this. Our revenue will exceed, we are on target to hit $7 million next year. And Our timeline is on track. We're in an MVP right now with the largest media agency in the world, with one of the largest consumer packaged goods. That's our dashboard. And our financials. Okay. Oh, and we were actually, our initial seed funding came from Entrepreneur Magazine. We are funded by them initially.
So let's hear the Q&A now. Thank you.
So, a couple of questions. One is, are you selling something that is built on top of the already existing ad network? So is it a plugin or is it an ad network per se? So that's one question. And the second one is, how does blockchain fit into all this? Because there are lots of startups with blockchain in the name. I tend to be very skeptic of startups with blockchain in the name because usually there's no particular reason why you use blockchain. So why blockchain?
So I'll answer the first question. It's built on the existing ecosystem, knowing that it's easier to get in and get a plug and play. So we have a script that goes in and we plug into the DSPs so that it's easy to get it implemented. The blockchain is used as part of the validation. So we actually found that our competitors don't provide the information to the advertiser for fraudulent sites. There are some that aren't blockchain, and they won't tell them what ads. They'll ask, well, we had fraud, you charged me, what sites were they? And they say, well, you know, we can't show you that. So the blockchain actually stores it, and you cannot change it once it goes in there. It actually also stores the actual transaction itself for transparency. I didn't get to share that because the slides wouldn't go forward, but there's greater transparency in the media buy, so you don't have to negotiate with Google or Facebook to get your credits back for fraudulent ads. Because I know we would get credits from Google, and they'd say, well, here's about how much you get back. And so we use the blockchain to validate the actual buy itself.
Okay, I have a question. Your slide with the financials was too fast for me.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about how much you're selling and where you're going in the near future?
Yes. We are, as I said, based on a CPM model, so it's basically insurance for your media buy. So it's a CPM for video and display, depending on which one. So 25 cents for display and $1 per CPM for video. And the financials are based, we project to break even in mid-year by Q3 of next year. We're a BaaS model, so blockchain as a service, and it's the hockey stick model, so we have about $2 million of investment to hit about $7 million in revenue.
Okay, thank you. We're going to have to wrap up now. Thank you to Custom Blockchain Solutions. Let's hear it, everyone. And let's welcome now LobbySpace to the stage. Very sorry.
Hi, I'm Sam, CEO and co-founder of LobbySpace. If you go into a retail store, for example, Intersport, they are hanging these screens and they are showing offers like the new Nike shoes. And this is what LobbySpace actually do. LobbySpace is a content management system and content management system and content management cloud-based software for public screens. We call it in-store TV marketing for enterprises and SMBs. What are the problems from current solutions? They are really complicated to use for small companies. It's really expensive for them. For example, creating some slides. And sometimes it looks very unprofessional if they're doing it on their own way, for example, with PowerPoint. So our solution is to combine this. We have a really easy to use, intuitive user experience, and it's really easy to create some templates for their stores. And now I can show you how it works. First, I create the new slide. We have different widgets like text and picture and videos. And there you can see we can create one slide, one price widget slide in under 20 seconds. And I upload this image and I can type in there the name of the shoe, like Nike or Adidas, something like that. I can align this on the left side. I can type in the price, like 90 euros, and now it's finished if I click on Save. And that's all. We can create this slide in under 20 seconds, and now it's on the stores, and you can push these slides on different stores, on different screens as well. We have different clients from hotels, from retail stores, and from yeah. Sorry. Okay, I have 30 seconds left. LobbySpace is a really simple content management system for public screens. It is really easy to create brand consistency slides. We have an enterprise solution for different enterprise retail stores. We have a one-click import option, and you can really upgrade. You can really easy upgrade every screen in 2 seconds with an HDMI stick. It's completely web-based. Thank you.
Let's go for the Q&A.
Can you tell us about yourself and your team?
Yeah, we are 2 persons. I'm coming from the communication sector, and my colleague is based in San Francisco, and he is the developer guy. And we started it 2 years ago. And a hotel manager asked us if there is any easy-to-use, simple-to-use software to push content like a spa offer, for example, a restaurant offer to the screens. And there was nothing really easy to use, and there was no tool which combined this content creation and content management in one simple cloud software.
How do you guys make money, and have you made any money?
Yes, we made any money. It's a subscription model per month, per screen.
How much money have you made?
39 per screen, and we sold about, in the first 3 months, 100 screens.
Who are your competitors? Who are you competing with?
We're competing with Nplug. It's one of the biggest competitors, but we think they're having different target groups. We think they are going to catch the really big companies, and we are looking for the SMBs.
How fast do you think you're going to grow? What are your projections in terms of revenue?
We want to grow this year up to 400 to 600 licenses.
So in which countries do you work right now? And
we are based in Germany, in Hamburg. Yeah.
And do you work only in Germany, or?
Yeah, we are 2 persons. My colleague is based in San Francisco, and I'm in Hamburg. And we have some sales people, but we're just 2 people, the whole team. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, LobbySpace. So now join me to welcome Domotron to the stage.
Hello everyone, we are Domotron, home automation scale-up. Nowadays, smart home can mean 2 completely different things. On one hand, we have IoT gadgets like smart thermostats, light bulbs, locks, and so on. And on the other hand, we have complete home automation solutions, and Domotron is one of them. What makes home automation so awesome? So, first of all, it's a compatibility of any technology. So, real home automation can control heating, cooling, shading, ventilation, multi-room audio, and makes all these technologies working together. So, it increases comfort of living, of course, and makes the technologies efficient. So just for your information, the market size of home automation, true home automation, globally last year was $65 billion. What's the biggest problem of home automation? Is the need of custom programming for each project. So this is the reason why it's prohibitively expensive. The settings cannot be changed by end users, only by integrators. So the users, the customers, become cash cows of integrators. And of course, this project-based solution is really difficult to scale. And that's why we created Domotron 6 years ago. And so Domotron is the first plug-and-play home automation system. So it requires no programming because everything's pre-programmed. With one powerful app, it's super user-friendly. Everyone can set up any settings of any technology. And it's really easy to deploy because the installation takes not weeks, but hours. And with this system, we have significant track record. So well, since investment last year, we made the big bookings of €1 million in 1 year. We made it only in Czech Republic and Slovakia, and we opened a few other markets, Austria, Germany, India, and Benelux countries with few customers. Where we see the biggest opportunity now is the retrofit market, of course. So we created Domotron Wireless, which needs no special wiring for creating new, truly smart homes. So why? Because the potential of retrofit market is 100 times bigger than the new homes market. You can see the difference in Europe. Now, wireless modules are ready, and for the full-scale production, we need €6 million investment. Our senior investor is ready to split this investment, and use of funds, first of all, full-scale production, of course, and then R&D, BizDev, and marketing activities in new markets. Team, 2 technicians and 1 commercial guy with combined 20 years of experience in the industry. And that's everything from me. I would like to invite you tomorrow to our stand B310. We will have a live demo there. Thank you.
So let's do some Q&A now.
So that was obviously quite a fast pitch. What's the actual product you're offering? I didn't quite understand.
Okay, so the real home automation is about some central unit in electrical cabinet and some actuators. So this is the hardware part, and the software part is the custom programming by competitors. And we can offer, after 6 years of development and after 7,000 hours of development, standardized solution. So it's not about custom programming for each project, and this is the difference. We have it pre-programmed, and we just deploy it in hours. In every home, is a big villa, a family house, or flat. It's deployed in hours only. So this is our product, complete hardware and software.
And what about your pricing versus your competitors?
Yeah, so I say, for example, when I can be exact, so what can do Control 4 or Crestron, these big American players in home automation industry, for 40 to 60,000 euro, we can do for 10 to 15,000 euro. We know it because before we started 6 years ago, we were integrator of these technologies. We spent 4 years with integration of Crestron for Control 4, AMX, and Lutron, and all these KNX systems. So we need the comparison. It's based on the programming, because we don't have this extra software price for every installation.
In what regards the retrofit market, you mentioned wireless. Can you talk a little bit about the technology and how that works in practice?
Yeah, of course. So it's a big issue, because if you would like really control entire home, and you need to do it offline, of course. It's not about dependency on cloud service. Cloud service can only be added to the basic service. So cable is cable, wire is wire. But now in cooperation with our technological partner, TECO. It's a 40 years experienced manufacturer for industrial automation. We created new modules and the communication between modules and central unit is based on special industrial frequency. It's no Wi-Fi, no Bluetooth, no Z-Wave, no Zigbee. It's a new frequency used in industry, so we can offer this really reliable technology for the retrofit market. This what we spent 14 months of development on hardware development on it.
Okay. Thank you. Let's thank Domotron. Come on, guys. You need to show more love to the founders that come here. Okay, it's nerve-wracking for them. They prepared a lot to show these to you and not just to the judges. So with that spirit, let's welcome Cybershoes to the stage. Come on.
Hi, I'm Michael from Cybershoes. I want to take you on a trip to virtual reality. The Cybershoes is the first really small VR accessory that literally allows you to walk and run through VR by actually using your feet. So we have been nominated for Best Hardware at Gamescom this year on par with HTC and Ubisoft. We are here to raise $500,000 plus working capital to ramp up our production and to boost marketing, because the vision is to bring a better VR experience into everybody's home. The problem of movement in VR hasn't been solved yet. VR is an endless space, but you cannot walk it. Joystick movements make people sick, and teleportation ruins immersion. Our solution is incredibly simple. You take down on a rotary bar stool, which you can see now, and just start running using the shoes. Journalists have been really impressed by how immersive the experience is. Economically speaking, our big advantage now is that we have no competition, because we are the first that shrank the huge treadmill, huge, bulky and uncomfortable VR treadmill to fit in a shoe. Again, you take a seat on a bar stool and you start running. So what we did is, it's like shrinking the treadmill to fit in a shoe. It's like the transition from what is like as big as a phone booth to fit in a mobile phone. Last month, 1,000 Cybershoes have been pre-ordered on Kickstarter, and we generated significant media coverage. Meltwater is estimating this as an ad spend amount of $750,000, and we rocketed on Crunchbase. Most important to note here is that our next step is to go to Consumer Electronics Show, because as of now, most of our backers come from Europe and Japan. Let's take a look at the bigger picture. Having to spend 2,500 euro for a good VR setup won't make it a consumer product yet. We expect a breakthrough with the next generation of consoles and very important standalone headsets. For Cybershoes, this is the opportunity now, because we are now ready to get on one of these consoles, as this would mean a significant, a huge difference in what you can do with the console. You can start really moving and running. So it's not only that we target the enthusiasts, we also think the Cybershoes is something that is perfect for someone who has had a hard day at office and wants to do some workout and while having real fun. After all, we are a very small team, and we are super proud that we have been contacted by Microsoft, Oculus, Samsung, and as they want to know what we have. Also, the NASA was requesting a prototype.
We need to wrap up because we are out of time, and I'm going to ask just to take a pause to breathe a little bit before we go into the Q&A. And the two judges didn't complete their criteria assessment from the previous round. So I've been asked to ask you to complete that one. You all did it? You all did it? Okay. So so let's start with the Q&A, please.
I really didn't understand how the shoe works. Can you try and give us some more detail?
Yeah, I'm sorry, the most important video was not playing. So actually, you take place on a seat. And that's how you are stabilized. Because what the shoes are doing is with this rounded sole, you have a low friction and you can perform a running movement while being sat down. But you are halfway seated, so you are somewhat elevated. And while you are on this rotary chair, you can use your legs to turn around quickly, heading in different directions. And in front of you, you have just space, because the other treadmills, they use a support harness to hold you in place. And this is very uncomfortable. And of course, it needs a support frame to get you in there. It's very heavy. So we just rely on a chair. So it's nothing awkward, it's just a chair.
What problems are other guys that are trying to do this, because someone else is trying to do this? What problems are they facing? Why isn't there something else like this out there? And the second question is, do you have a patent? Is it patented? Is it protected?
Well, that's true. This game has been played a couple of times, but we are really the first ones to have a small solution. For example, the treadmill Infinia deck that you could see in Ready Player One has the problem that you cannot run fast, because when you're changing the running direction, it has a delay of half a second. So in the movie, you see the actor running just forward, because at that speed, he would not be able to turn around. Patent. We have applied for 3 patents, and the 4th one is on the way. And of course, we need money now to defend these patents, because there's 2 core aspects that have been deemed as new. But of course, you have to start arguing and to get it into the US patent and European patent.
How much do they cost? And you mentioned a chair. Does it come with the chair as well?
The final consumer product will come in the chair, with the chair, of course. We sold it now for 200 on Kickstarter. That would be the price it can go if it's really bundled, like a Sony PlayStation, for example, on a large scale. But when we go into direct marketing next year, it will be around 300, 350 euro, because there's a lot of people who are waiting for this product, and they will be wanting to pay, because the next step would be 5,000 euro or dollar for the CAT VR Mini.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's say a round of applause for Cybershoes, please. Thank you for giving us the mic back. Okay, so hang in there. We have one more, FarmCloud. Let's hear it for FarmCloud, please.
My name is Miguel, and I'm the CEO of FarmCloud. I met my 2 co-founders back in 2001 when I was looking for specific knowledge and expertise to solve problems I had back then. We became friends, and we were looking for a project where we could have all our knowledge and expertise together, and it was FarmCloud. Mainly because all of us, we must eat first. Second, we must optimize greatly animal production. So we've seen that genetics, feed, and technology are already present in most of the production houses, mainly for poultry and pigs. And we have these kind of computers already in place, where you have all the temperature, humidity, feed consumption, and so on. The main problem is they are using proprietary protocols, communication protocols, and so most of the meat producers are still using outdated data and manual, mainly. So what we decided was to develop what we call the Farm Connector. It's a plug-and-play solution that we just plug to the existing controllers, and we start receiving real-time information from all the farms worldwide on our central platform. And here we can have all kinds of alarms and automatic reports. This is quite interesting, but not only we must produce, but we must do it sustainably. So we decided to develop what we call our sustainable dashboard, where we can have, in a very easy way to understand, how we are doing on terms of business, animal welfare, and about the environment also. So we have a market around 3 million pig and poultry production houses. 2 million of those will have some kind of technology already, and we are looking to have 10% of this market. We, on our business model, we are selling an initial investment of 200 euros per farm connector, and then an annual fee of 300 euros per house annually. We identify 4 main groups that can help us sell the solution, mainly the controllers manufacturers, these ones, in order to complement their offer. We have also the meat producers, in order to have all the information about the supply chain, and of course the ones that must show us, the consumers, transparency and how the animals are raised. Differentiation, we have a plug-and-play solution. We are an agnostic solution, so it's quite different from everything else. We are able to do the retrofit of existing installations, and we have real-time and bidirectional communication, quite interesting for new offers in the future. By now, we have 100,000 euros in sales. We won 3 innovation awards. We have distribution in 4 different countries, and we have NDA signed with 5 of the biggest manufacturers worldwide, and projects running in 3 continents. We have the patent pending for the Farm Connector. We are an evolution, not a revolution. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's hear from the judges with some questions.
Can you tell us more about the advantages?
We have, yes. If we take the manufacturers, the controllers manufacturers, they are not doing the retrofit, and all of them, they are using internet megabytes. So we are using edge technology, so bytes. We are doing the retrofit of their own controllers, something they are not doing. And we have the real-time and bidirectional communication and a low risk for the client, because if we are not able to deliver what you want, what we offer you, we can just plug it out, and we are not changing anything at the farm.
How long have you been in business, and have you raised any investment along the way?
Not yet. We are looking normally for smart money first. Secondly, we started in November, so 2 years now, November 2016.
Can you explain a little bit what you think might be possible to be done with the data you are collecting? So apart from each farm and each producer, the bigger picture of the data?
Yes, this is quite a concentrated market. So the data can have impact in different ways, mainly for the supply chain, because if we are able to, and we have APIs in our platform, in order to have impact in all the process, production, logistics, but also in order to use for machine learning, artificial intelligence, in order also to improve the algorithms for the animal production. So the impact can be much higher. And even for the sustainability part of it, because if we have the information, we can improve everything at the production level.
What does the competitive landscape looks like?
By now, so the manufacturers, they are working on their own solutions, so they are indirect competition because of that mainly, and they are using quite old technologies, web service or one-to-one communication. The ones that could do some solution like ours would be the IoT companies, but the ones that tried to do it in the last year, they are not getting because the communication protocol is being proprietary. This is one of the issues. And then they must have a technology quite developed in order to compete with us. We started developing it in 2003-04 in different markets, and we are using it. So it's a mature technology, well proven, and it's working quite well in the projects where we are now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's hear it for FarmCloud. We have 2 more to go. And now we're going to have pickers. So let's hear it for pickers.
Okay, I just want to take 5-10 seconds of your time and ask you to think about something. So go back in your life and think about like a moment where you were performing extremely well. You were pushing your limits. So I give you 5 seconds. So with this feeling in your head, with this memory, let me introduce you to Mike. So Mike has been dreaming of running a marathon for roughly 10 years. Mike is 44. And he always had like an issue. So this means that family, work-related issues, or even physical issues. And he never managed to do that. So thanks to Pickers, Mike actually ran his first marathon a couple of weeks ago in Rochester with like a sub 3.5 hours. That is an amazing achievement. And in the process, he actually lost 10 kilos, changed his blood chemistry. He's developed new habits, and even his mindset has completely changed. So this is what it's about. So Pickers has the vision of unlocking your full human potential. And how do we do that? It's based on our technology. So we are connected to your smartwatch. So in this case, you see a Garmin smartwatch. We collect all your data, and thanks to AI and the human-in-the-loop architecture, we are able to coach you holistically. This means that everything is connected, okay? The way you exercise, it can be whatever you want. The way you get your food, recovery, injury prevention, that is a big thing, and even mindset. So, and everything is at your fingertips. It's like on a mobile app. So the question is this like a big problem, a big market? So we think it's like a $100 billion market, and there are 2 main reasons. So number 1 is these devices are penetrating very fast. So last year they sold 300 million wearables, and all these APIs are open for us. And the second thing is that our research says that people are ready to be coached by non-human interfaces. So they're happy to have something simple, accessible, cheap, and effective. So we have a vision, and the question is, can we execute on that? And essentially, we think we have a stellar team. So we are 12 people based in Los Angeles, California. We have 10 world championships on our office wall. We are all pickers, meaning that our tech lead used to work with Elon Musk at SpaceX, developing the internal systems of SpaceX. And this goes across every single function to marketing, where we have amazing people. Seb and I are the founders. We worked together for 4 years. I've been like a private equity investor for a decade. Seb, a VC investor. I also founded a company for Rocket Internet, and Seb is also a serial entrepreneur. We're also backed by amazing investors. This includes Holdspring Ventures, one of the best European VCs. We have winners of the Tour de France. We have Olympic gold medalists all investing with us and ready to influence and distribute the product. So we're currently raising a $2 million fund round. And we are executing on our beta, meaning distributing to roughly 1,000 athletes and also running a clinical trial. So thanks for listening, and join us on Pickers.ai.
Thank you. Let's hear it for Q&A.
So this is an incredibly busy space. You've got a lot of competitors, and some of the competitors have got a lot of money.
Yeah.
So maybe can I ask you to really stress why you are different?
So we know the space very well, right? So there are like millions of fitness or tech-enabled solutions in the fitness space, right? And the problem is that everything is disconnected. So you might have a meditation app, you might have an exercise app, and whatever. And this doesn't create utility. It's like your nutritionist is not talking to your physical therapist, your physical therapist is not talking to your coach, right? So the core concept is that holistic and continuous coaching, meaning that we are at the intersection of all the data, and we have translated the entire human performance science in one pool, right? So in a way that we can connect everything. So that's the key thing. We always talk about the others as mono product, So very deep in something, we are holistic, and it's a completely different level of utility.
Can you elaborate more about nutrition part of your business?
Yeah, so the concept is, so we have, given that we are coaching you, right? So we have the unit, and the unit we believe is the workout. So to absorb work, like a specific workout, like a strength workout, you have to have a very specific type of nutrition that, for example, has more proteins, right? So that's the way we look at nutrition, and for us, it's like two components, is food and fuel, because when you exercise, like post-exercise fueling and all this kind of stuff. And it's all pretty much science-based. So we're not here to promote like a keto diet or whatever. It's just like science coming from the best cycling teams in the world, things like that.
Can you talk more about the product itself? Is the core coaching experience a chat? And how does that work? And how does the data play into it?
Yeah. So it's conversational. We have studied the UI, so we launched 4 pilots. And so we want to be conversational because we actually think that in the future, voice is going to be an important UI. And the entire data is digested, right? So I have all the data coming from these. I have data coming from you. I have exogenous data that I can overlay. And everything is, we always say it's as easy as starting a conversation. This is why we went for that UI. And it's actually very flexible also in terms of product development. We are testing use cases very quickly.
How much does it cost?
Yeah, it's a good point. So our solution has a human-in-the-loop architecture, right? Because we want to offer this high level of utility. So we have memberships going from $50 a month. So we're not in the step counting business or in the calories business, right? We are in the high-performance coaching solution. So from $50 to $250 a month for some triathletes, just to give you an example.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Let's hear it for Pickers.ai. And now for our last but not least startup, ROSIGN.
Hi, I'm Rose from ROSIGN, Road and Design. We make Chameleon road for energy efficiency and road safety. Okay. Have you seen heat waves on road? Road is more sensitive than we think. Heated road causes many problems and increases energy consumption up to 32%. Last winter, I got into a car accident because the road was frozen. Just in Korea, social costs from slippery road accident amounts up to 1.8 billion USD. A solution is needed for me and you. The solution for us is Camel Road, the Chameleon road that blocks heat absorption and prevents car accident. Camel Road is applied on top of existing asphalt and concrete. The first core technology of Camel Road is temperature visualization. It prevents slippery road accident on frozen and wet road by changing color and displaying warning signs and images on a set temperature from -15 to 70 degrees Celsius. Custom image, color, and design would be displayed. The second is radiant heat blocking technology. Under scorching sun, heat waves are always in a road. This is caused by radiant heat released from road. It shortens life of road pavements and causes urban heat island phenomena. Radiant heat blocking technology blocks heat up to 89%. The temperature of road applied with our product, Camel Road, is lower in temperature by 13 to 18 degrees Celsius. Now, moving on to the money discussions, the TAM of road pavement market is 700 billion. And the SAM is 70 billion. And ROSIGN expects to occupy 3% of specialized road pavement market. Our business targets, the B2B and B2G, spend average 10% of annual budget for road and transportation, meaning the market is repeated and stable. Based on this, our business model focuses on localization of the product and the business. Technology of ROSIGN is patented and exclusive. Compared to existing heat blocking pavement, Camel Road has more features, but it is cheaper by $7. With our competitive product, we anticipate sales growth in the overseas market to reach 190 million within 5 years. We signed export contract with a state company in Russia and sent our first shipment last month. So far, we have progressed into 10 different countries with 13 different project negotiations. ROSIGN successfully executed all this by our experts. We compare our team to Avengers, each with unique strength, collaborating to create great synergy. To achieve our sales goal, we are initially seeking $1 million as an investment. The funds will be mainly used for purchase of raw materials, operations, and facilities improvement. We are ROSIGN, creating safe and accident-free road with common road. Thank you.
Okay. So let's hear it for the Q&A from the judges.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about the business model? Are you going to be building roads? Are you going to license your intellectual property? How does it
We
work?
have different models, business models for each different countries. For now, we are supplying our product, Common Road, to road and transportation companies or government agencies around the world. For example, in our business in Russia, we are having business with highway construction company in Russia. And we are supplying our product.
So you mentioned the sales. How long have you been in business, and what's the growth rate been like for your
We were
sales?
established in 2014, and our sales in the last 2 years was 200,000 USD. But road and transportation industry is difficult to enter into, so it took for a little time for us to become what we are now. But so far, we are negotiating 13 projects with 10 different countries around the world, and we already signed export contract with a state company in Russia last month.
Can you tell us about certification? Because in each country you need certificate.
That's a very important point. For Korea, we have 4 patents, and for Russian market, we already acquired product certificate and need a certificate to build road material certificate in Russia. And we are also preparing for IP portfolio for different countries that we are entering into. And we are also currently preparing for CE certificate for European market.
I'm assuming you can retrofit that into already existing. I'm assuming you can retrofit that into already existing roads. What's the cost to retrofit? And the second question is, what's the cost of maintenance on an ongoing basis?
Our target market is specialized road pavement market, so it's quite different from asphalt and concrete market. So the cost of our product is $58 per square meter, but comparing to existing special road pavement, our product is much cheaper. So it's not like an additional cost, but our product is already existing product, yeah.
And what cost of maintenance?
Cost of maintenance would depend on the damage the road has, but the maintenance will usually take every 2 years, and we guarantee 2-year warranty for our product.
In the visualization where you showed markings on the road,
Yes.
how does that technology work? Are you actually showing those icons?
Yes, it doesn't work. It's not like AI, but our product is filled in the new materials. So our product reacts to change of temperature. So we set certain temperature on our product and put certain design on it. So when certain temperature is reached, the design will appear on the road, and it will disappear when the temperature is going back to the room temperature.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's hear it again for all the startups and the judges. Come on. So now we're going to take some time. We're going to have to entertain each other for 2-3 minutes until the computer is processing all the assessments that the judges did. So we're 8 companies pitching, 3 minutes each, 3 minutes Q&A. They are from several industries. They are the best from out of the companies that are exhibiting here at Web Summit. Just to have a feel for the room here, how many of you are founders that are here now sitting? Can you raise your hands if you're a founder? It's really few. How many are family and friends of the folks that were just pitching? Can you raise your hands? Are you guys just sitting here for a rest? You didn't know what's going on? Huh? Any investors here interested? 1, 2. Guys, take a look. There's one there with a hat, super dry, and the other one here. I also want to give a disclaimer to these guys here. I'm easily spotted with this green t-shirt. but it had nothing to do with the judges and with the criteria. So if you guys don't like, you just remember their faces. They are over here. And we have these. What's your name? JINYOUNG? You are the CTO. Okay, I thought that you were the biggest fan of startups because you've been filming all the startups until I heard ROSIGN and that you had the jacket of ROSIGN. Thought this guy is like really a big fan. Awesome. So besides founders, we have people, corporate folks here. Can you raise your hands? What else? What am I missing? Do we have any media? We have one media here. Silvio. Students? I need some help. So founders, tech workers, who works in a tech company here? Okay. Anyone wants to pitch while we wait? 20-second pitch. Any founder that didn't get selected? You want to pitch? 20 seconds. You want to pitch? Come here. Has to be 20 seconds. Come here. This is Sean.
I have this all prepared. Hi, everyone. My name is Sean. I'm a co-founder of a company called MinuteBox. Before I became an entrepreneur, I was a lawyer. And for you investors, when you ever invest in a company, you ask, where is the minute book? You go to your law firm, you go to your accountant, you can never find it. Well, we finally have a solution. We take all the information, we put it on the cloud so you can access it, share it, and update it accordingly. My time's up, but just ask yourself next time when you need to find the minute book, think MinuteBox. Thank you.
Great. Guys, so I'm going to ask to all the companies that just pitched to please join the stage. And I'm going to ask all of you to give another round of applause to the startups. Also going to ask you to thank the judges again, just before you hear the winner, because you might be biased afterwards. Come on, guys, a round of applause is for the judges. They are taking their time to help and ask questions, and questions can be really helpful as takeaways for the founders. And so, without further ado, the winner of this round is Miguel Matos from FarmCloud. Woohoo! And that's it. So. In 5 minutes from now, we're going to have the group round 7. And we'll have, again, 8 new startups and 4 new judges. Stick around if you want. Thank you.